Welcome back, attractive and well-educated watchers. I'm Anase Skyrider here. With our player absences in our regular campaign, The Frontier, we are running this game with the remaining players and me as the DM. This new campaign is a series of one-shots, so more of a snapshot series of the vignettes of our player character stories. This is extremely haphazard, underprepared, and I'm woefully inexperienced, so it'll make for amazing material to record and put on the internet forever. If the players would please introduce themselves. Flicker?
I'm Flicker playing... I forgot the character's name. That is how long it's been since we made these characters and you haven't ran them.
There have been a couple opportunities. Where I should have. Not gonna lie. That's my L.
So, I'm Flicker playing Andreas.
Seth.
Oh, I'm playing Modestino. I also don't quite remember what was going on, but it will be fun.
We are
I'm not sure.
Sorry.
I'm not sure Modestino knows what's going on either. Let's be real.
Okay, no, like Modestino has a brother that he really, really cares about, and he really wants to make sure his brother is fine, and somewhere along the line it was, connected to the main plot, but that's about it.
That sounds about right. I'm making it up as I go, guys.
We are PhilosoShy playing Galen Lawbearer, the forest gnome.
I am Seth Gatomia. I am playing Ato, the Warforged Cleric of the Grave. Not the requisite
Beautiful.
group furry this time.
No, now you're the requisite group robot.
Do you have a voice for Ato? I have to know.
I do. Give me a moment. Unlike Shy, I haven't been warming up.
Ooh.
His voice is... It is also a nerves thing as well.
Oh yeah, I'm super amped up right now.
Steel your nerves, Seth. Embrace the character.
I'm trying to remember his voice is kinda up here, kinda airy, sorta. Kinda, if I remember correctly.
Does he sound a bit like Kermit the Frog?
No.
Or Jordan the Peterson, maybe?
That sounds
not
like fucking Seamus's Jordan Peterson, not the real Jordan Peterson.
It's Jordan the Peterson, that's why.
Alright. And now, for the first time to the players, I introduce the name of this campaign. We begin Session 1 of Knights and Necrosis.
Flicker?
When you were writing I think it was Isa's bit, it came up with the Spark Notes campaign.
The
Spark Notes campaign?
Yep. Spark
So
Notes.
it's just snippets,
Yeah.
sorta, bunch of one-shots.
Honestly, I was going to start calling it the Vignette series instead of the one-shot series, because that's more what this is. It's vignettes of your character stories, like one session at a time. So, I probably should have put this in a pre-introduction. This campaign is a little special because we'll be doing essentially one level per session. So everybody levels up at a session. I will be trying to run generally at least a good few combat encounters in every session. Good opportunity for both short and long rest mechanics. But it will probably be more short rest light, which mostly works for everybody. Notable, by the way, is Adam is the one who's missing this time. So if anybody is absent, we will be running this campaign with just whoever is available, and if players don't like their characters, they can just swap it out, and we'll just retcon whatever we feel like, or just introduce them normally. Doesn't really matter.
Sounds good.
Hang on. What
What's
do you
up?
mean no short rest mostly works for everybody?
Adam is playing a monk.
Yes. Monks require short rests.
I did say there would be no short rest. I said
hang
that
on,
it might
hang
be
on.
more short rest light.
Hang on. Adam is playing a monk, which requires short rest. Iseth is playing a warlock, which requires short rest. I
We're
am playing a warlock.
Okay, can I try and interfere here? I mean, if
Listening.
we make a one-off, we can just assume that we sleep in between the one-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. There a lot of at least weeks, if not months, essentially pass in game between sessions because your characters are leveling up. They go on their own solo adventures, and your characters can optionally choose to stick together or not. Whatever you decide to do, I will still find a way to make sure that the party is together, even if it means PvP.
Okay.
But that's going to be fun trying to figure that out. I will probably be asking people for help. Let's be real.
Alright, let's do this. This sounds fun.
Right. So, that, I think, covers that. I am using some house rules and stuff for character creation and leveling up, but I don't need to go over all of those. They're in a document, but we don't need to do that on air. So, welcome. Oh, before I welcome, sorry, forgot to move you guys to the map. There we go. Little light.
There we go. Hey,
my
this
notes
is
back up.
familiar.
Yes, unfortunately, I deleted all of the hilarious phallic and other innuendo jokes.
That's
Damn.
Reasonable.
We've been
There was
here
one
before.
session that we almost... Yeah, there was one session we almost had. Unfortunately, I was way more underprepared than I realized, so it didn't end up happening, and in the interim, Shy wrote all over the map, and it was great. I still have the screenshots before I deleted it. I made sure to save that.
Dude, you gotta get that. You gotta invoke that screenshot at some point.
I will send it eventually.
Awesome.
Okay, so, welcome to the coastal trade town of Little Light, so named for its history when monster infestations deprived the city of caravans which transported essential resources, especially food and oil for lanterns. In those trying times, they became a much more self-sufficient community, eventually clearing out the monsters and re-establishing trade. Although those days have long since passed, the townsfolk will remember those dark days once a year when they darken the streets for the night, keeping only torchlight for the guardsmen to use. The rest of the days of the year, the streets are awash with travelers buying and selling goods, mainly perfumes and other luxury goods for the rich who inhabit the town, as it's a beloved location among the young nobles and wealthy retirees of the country for its coastal venue and beautiful surrounding forests.
Nice.
And now we get to the part that I'm gonna have to do some good old improv for. This is gonna be fun because I intentionally wanted to do some improv. So I'm going to be going through each of the characters in whatever order I wrote it down on my notes, and we are going to have just a quick little one-on-one RP. Shy, Galen.
Yes.
Following your last venture into your college's ruins, you have learned of the existence of an old and powerful tome of great power. It was once in the possession of a great mage, lost by the hands of a clever thief long ago. Rumor has it that this legendary thief sired a grandchild who has begun adventuring. He may be useful in your search of greater arcane might. Chasing these rumors, your travels lead you to Little Light, where you have spent much of your time becoming acquainted with the local librarians as you search for texts about legendary artifacts, practicing your spells, and scribing your arcane knowledge. All the while, you search for those who are downtrodden, with no life to live, to help them find new purpose. From escaped slaves to orphans, you tread down every dark alley in this bustling city in search of followers. In one such alley, you find one such person. He asks you, "Is there really hope for me?" What do you say?
There is always hope for those who make the right choices.
But what is the right choice? I lost my family. I have no money. Eventually they're going to kick me out. What do I do?
Worry not for them. Follow those who shall support you. Take my hand, and I shall give you power to restore your connection with your family.
Give me persuasion with advantage.
2 seconds.
I'm giving you advantage since you used his family. So another mechanic I will mention for this campaign is that I try to use the bonds, ideals, and flaws system. So stuff like rolling for insight to learn these things, or when you roleplay, if you touch on these things, you will get some kind of benefit.
All right.
15, very nice. So, he looks at you, tears just barely holding back his tears, and he says, yes, please, thank you. Thank you.
Come. We shall get you somewhere safe and warm.
And with that, move on to the next one. Flicker. Andreas.
Alright, what's up?
You guys are gonna love this.
I'm not.
Oh yes, you will. With the death of your grandfather, Rorik, you have been given a monetary portion of your inheritance, a map, and a letter that you know comes from him, though the letter itself is unsigned. It reads, "You have a long journey ahead of you. It will not be easy, but you have earned my favor, and so I leave to you just enough funds and a map. This is all I can tell you. Show this to no one, tell no one anything except that you wish to seek adventure like your grandfather. They will accept this without question. Good luck, and may your studies serve you well." And I will just go ahead and write here, anything that comes from Rorik is written like Flicker wrote it. Lowercase and misspellings and all. It's like my favorite part about writing for this. For Flicker's character specifically. Alright. In your
And
travels...
that's still an improvement over my handwriting.
I know. You should see my IRL handwriting. I type way better than I write. In your travels, you have performed many a small deed and slain many a peasant's nemesis, hungry wildlife. Following this map, you stopped in Little Light. From your close calls and surveying of your grandfather's map, you have gleaned that this will be an even more dangerous journey. With the little funds that you have left, and with the permission of the local Adventurers Guild, you are able to rent a stall in the town square to purchase the aid of those with the skills to help you. A man clad in very shoddy-looking armor and kind of iron rust-wrought weapons approaches you. He speaks in this gaudy, loud voice. "Why, hello, little man. You seek an adventure of quality? You have found the right man. Pray tell me, where are you headed? I shall join you. For the right cost, of course." Feel free to take...
Do I know where the map is leading me?
You do know where it leads, just not what's there. It's essentially an uncharted territory, but you know... I have not actually decided the terrain of that location for a future session. I was thinking probably forests. Somewhere hidden in a forest, basically.
Okay. Do I know if it's, like, in a direction from a town that is actually...
Yeah, you essentially have a general map. You will eventually get into uncharted territories, but, like, you know how to get there from here. You do have a map.
I'm asking if you've named that town and the direction.
Where you're headed is not in a town. This is essentially a place that you were stopping along the way. The map that your grandfather gave you is to a location that is not charted because it's untamed territory.
North, south, east, west.
Anase.
Yes.
I am asking if either it is from this town or some other town that I'm going to be traveling north from to where the map points to.
My apologies. So
I can tell this guy where I'm going without showing him the map.
You know what? I'm gonna flip a coin. Alright, it will be in another town, and let's say... west from here. Sorry, east.
From here or west of the town? Sorry, east of the town.
The town is located... Let's say somewhere northwest of here, and that will be your last stop. Let's say that.
Okay, but from that town, which way am I traveling?
From that town?
That's what I am.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to write this down because I'm gonna need that future session. What's up?
Anase, what he's asking is, yes, we're gonna go this and this and this place. We're gonna go north of town X. That's what he wants to know so that you can tell it to the guy.
You know those details. I thought you wanted the specifics right now. Yes, you know those details. You can tell him those details.
He needs those details to tell him.
Anase, those details are not in the letter. And I don't have the map because you didn't draw it.
Of course I did draw it. I'm preparing as I go.
What he's saying is give him a town, give him the name of a town, and give him northeast,
Or-
east, and then you go.
Or
Listen, I'm not going to roll these things for the future sessions and geography now.
Nice.
You know these things. You can tell him however much you want to tell him.
You're
You
going
can
to
just narrate it.
You're going to Roriksburg, after which you intend to take off toward the west, toward Gendrisgar.
That works. Thank you, Shy, and your DM wisdom.
Thank you, Jai. Okay.
I'm going to Roriksburg, after which we're going east to Uncharted Forest.
Uncharted forests? How dare you? Do I look like some kind of ranger to you? Ha! He scoffs and walks away. A little piece of armor, a little plate falls off of his armor. I did not have as much prepared for this one, so that's the end of that one. Next player, Seth.
Oh boy.
Ado. As a member of the Order of the End, under the Church of Cycles, you are given clerical responsibilities fit with your rank and abilities, taking orders mostly from the Grand Seer. I never said a pronunciation. Let's say Kadron. This time, he has orders from High Magister Sixtus herself. You have been sent to Little Light to aid Father Raylam Tusk in the wake of several sudden disappearances of his church members. The members who went missing were all of strong divine power, leaving behind mostly acolytes scarcely able to wield cantrips. In the weeks you've been here, you've helped draw in new members and perform many of your holy duties, but the disappearances remain unsolved. Father Tusk has asked you to seek the aid of capable adventurers to resolve this mystery, particularly one of high investigative skill. And I actually forgot, so, 1 second. Because this is not the part where you talk to Flicker.
What?
So Flicker typed in the chat, that's great. So before the... I should have read this more ahead. So before the weeks that you've been here, is actually you meeting Father Raylam Tusk. So, sorry, 1 second. As you enter the halls of the church, it's a relatively plain building, not particularly large in size, since the Order of the End is not the most popular of churches, though in this region they've seen more favor as of late. As you approach, I don't know the words for the interiors of the church, like, what's the word, like the podium, that's the word I was looking for. As you approach the podium, Father Raylam Tusk walks aside to greet you. He says, I don't have a voice for this, so I'm just gonna... Greetings, it is so... What's up?
It's called a pulpit.
Thank you. Yep. Yep. Okay, so he walks aside from the pulpit, and he greets you. Welcome to our church. Thank you for your aid. And before he says another word to you, Shy, what's the word for, like, the box where you put money in?
The donation box?
I thought there was a word for it.
Really?
There's like an...
I thought there was a word
there
for
was
it too.
Yeah, there's like an item in 5e for it, I thought.
Oh,
What?
yeah, we don't know any item in 5e, sorry.
I think it's in like the priest pack. Alright, well anyway, he extends one arm to stretch out a donation box towards you. He jingles it a little bit. As a member of this church, all who come here must make a donation just as any other member of the citizenry. He jingles it a little bit more. In your inventory, Seth, you can give as much money that you want. If you want to break up any coins, you can. You could also just give him one of your gold pieces that you start with. Either way is up to you.
Yeah, I'm thinking Ado's, gonna reach into his, his pouch and drop a gold piece in the box yeah.
Wonderful. His grin stretches from ear to ear. He shakes it a little bit more in glee. closes the box. Thank you. Thank you for your generous donation to the cause.
Anase, are you talking about the alms box?
Yes, I think that's it.
Me.
His grin stretches from ear to ear. He shakes the box a little bit more happily and closes it. And then he leads you to your quarters within the church. Izeth, Modestino. You've been traveling this road for some time at the behest of your patron. All you've been told is that this region will be pivotal in your journey towards his end goal. Here you will grow in your magics and begin to defeat the evil that lurks in the shadows waiting to conquer. You finally come to the entrance on the east side of town, your donkey and cart enclosed with a tent attached to the top, in tow close behind you. On occasion you can hear a quiet shuffle from inside the tent, but it is otherwise silent inside. On the outskirts of the town are many tents, where people hoping to gain entrance to this wealthy trade town live, pulling outsiders and merchants aside to attempt to sell wares or bargain for entrance. Only those with enough coin or enough goods can enter. Guards stand at the gates. You have plenty of distance. What would you like to do?
Do I have enough coin to enter the place?
Yes. If you want to pay, or bargain your way in, or if you'd like to try to find some way to sneak in, maybe talk to some of the people on the outskirts. All those are options that I will have to improv, because I didn't have enough time to write these down.
No. I have to keep my little cart and my little tent on the cart safe. I'm gonna go and pay the entrance. And there we go.
Okay. I'll just say 1 gold piece.
Okay.
You just subtract that from your inventory.
I do or you do?
You
do.
can.
Okay.
And that is my introduction document, which was like 80% of what I had prepared outside of the main combat encounter.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I still hadn't figured out the best way to get from this part to the end.
Good.
So this is gonna be fun. So, I think the best way to go about this was to start putting the players together, so let's see here. Galen,
Yes.
in the time that you spent in the city, you have learned that there is an adventurer who appears to be magically acquainted, might meet the description of the grandson that you're looking for. On your way toward... Sorry, how does this... You approach his stall on one of the many days that he spends looking and sorting through the less than competent adventurers. You approach his stall. What do?
It's a stall.
Not gonna lie, I'm making up as I go along. You're just gonna have to go with it. It's basically a stall in the town square
With a little
Kinda like
sign that
with
says
other
help
merchants.
wanted.
Pretty
Oh,
much,
boy.
just the same way people sell wares.
Good
the markets,
day.
essentially.
What sort of help are you looking for?
I'm looking to go to a uncharted forest that is east of Roriksburg.
Oh, for the record, the dude in front of you is 3'3", and he wears a mask that is literally just a horse skull. Oh no, sorry, not a horse skull. An elk skull, or like a deer skull with big, spiky,
Antlers?
Antlers?
Yeah, antlers and stuff. Here, you guys all know. It's in the refs. It's in the game.
I remember.
Refs.
I remember
Yeah.
very well. If you want to put that
Excellent.
on the screen since you're recording, feel free.
That is exactly what we're doing right now. One moment. If we can find the stupid refs, which we can't because we're dumb. Character equipment. Okay, yeah, boom. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so this guy is for all those watching wearing one of these. That's what he looks like. Yes. Yes, good. Alright, awesome.
Question.
Yes.
He has the rattle staff, does he not?
He does! He always carries around a staff that rattles. And we did not, unfortunately, get our rattle app going, but yes, he has a staff that rattles. It's all shaman-y looking and everything. And otherwise, he's covered in a full-body cloak, so you can't really see much of him. He says,
I am well acquainted with the forests.
I see. That skill will come in handy on
Good.
the way to the destination.
What are you offering as payment?
So I'll go ahead and step in here. So the inheritance that you have, the coin in your character inventory, is what you can spend on whatever, but you have an unspecific amount of money that you can spend for hiring adventurers. So you can offer this to anybody who approaches. It is of a sufficient payment for the task.
Money is good, but I also want to consider something else. I'm looking for a tome, a ponderous old thing that would no doubt be of no value to anybody like yourself. But for me, it is very important.
what is it called?
You don't have the name of what it is. Not gonna lie, it is a magic item that I have not decided on yet, but it is powerful.
And who are we looking for the grandson of?
You're looking for Rorik's grandson.
I am looking for a man who is a grandfather by the name of Rorik, who once owned the book. Are you such a man?
Just hear the hamster wheel running.
He's deciding on whether or not to lie.
Yes! That's exactly what I'm deciding on.
As he speaks to you, he stands irregularly still, and a pair of butterflies come and land on top of his antlers.
You can lie and say you're also looking for such a character.
You know what? I'm gonna gamble. I'm not. But perhaps I've heard rumors that what is it? The place I seek was once founded by Rorik.
I see. Then perhaps together we could reach the bottom of this mystery.
So I'll add as well, Flicker. Andreas also is aware of the fact that Rorik collected many of a magic item. You have good reason to suspect that where you're going will be something of a treasure hoard.
Uh-huh.
You may tell him this, or not.
I may
That's up
tell
to
him
you.
this. I may
You can
not
choose
as well.
E.
The latter of which I'm going to choose.
I am also a rumor chaser, wink wink.
Alright, so I can see on the clock here that we are getting close to the Okay, let's steal a little bit from a Pathfinder here. Flicker, what is your passive deception?
11.
How to interpret this result?
Our response remains no different.
You suspect he might not be telling you something, but you can't say exactly what it is. Reasonable for somebody to not just bear all of their secrets to any strange man who walks up to them. Least of all one wearing a elk skull with antlers and a rattle staff. What are you hoping to accomplish with the investigation?
Nothing. Don't, just never mind. It's fine.
You're You're clicking buttons.
No, just ignore that.
That's fine.
Just ignore that.
Okay. Okay, so it's 3:30. Flicker, I know you got to go in about an hour 15. I suspect
Hour
that
15.
you said 4:15. Or sorry, 45. I did it the opposite way. 45 minutes.
Yeah, we can push it back a little bit, but
Right.
Ooh.
So, to be completely honest, since, very underprepared, first time here, and I wasn't really sure how to do the connective thread here, is it okay for everybody if we kind of skip a little forward to the stuff that I did have prepared? Is everybody okay with that?
does
I mean, I
Yusef have
guess.
an idea on what to do for the roleplay for getting or
The-
for
So,
Andrews?
no, listen. Who's Seth playing again? What kind of character?
Cleric.
Warforged cleric.
A
So
robot.
he finds the lost magical soul, Modestino, and Modestino is asking for adventures and stuff, because he obviously has stuff to do, and Seth wants to go along because he doesn't quite trust that weirdo to do what he does to actually manage to complete it. He looks a bit like a dummy, and they two hit the mage or whatever they are, and join up. There you go.
Yeah, I had forgotten. I actually wrote down that you were looking for somebody of high investigative skill. That was supposed to be the hook for you to then find Andreas. That was sort of the plot hook. He's looking for adventures, and you all each have reasons to find him. I had just wasn't really sure how to string all that together. I had you all meet in a tavern idea that I thought would be funny because I love that trope. Not gonna lie, but we can kind of gloss over that. That being said, while all of you are at a location, let's say not a tavern, I don't even know where I saved the information for this town. I was going to pull something up, but I don't even remember what the website was called. Oh my god. Sorry, if y'all will just give me a moment to think.
Too late.
What?
Leaving.
Literally as I was speaking. So, as the group of you spend time traveling together, speaking to various townspeople, various merchants, various other shopkeepers and the like, investigating the missing priests and acolytes. Standing out in the middle of the town, you hear behind you a little voice. Help me! Help me! Help me!
Gonna go and look.
Roll perception.
Roll perception. Alright.
Do all of us roll perception, I'm guessing?
You can.
Nice.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Galen having a little trouble hearing stuff through that skull of his.
Galen, I think he might be the shortest person here.
3'3".
It doesn't see this, but everybody else does. That voice seems to be coming from a rat, staring up at you. It repeats, "You have to help me! Help me!"
Okay, so
Well, this
obviously the ear holes that Galen has carved into his elk skull are pointing upwards because he's used to sounds coming from above him.
It's the rattling.
You got the app going? Wonderful.
Oh my goodness. Ado is going to kneel down and, "What is wrong, little rat?"
My family, please, you have to help them. They're very sick. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they're not right. Please, you have to help me. Help me. Help me. Help me.
I can see what I can do.
You'll help me?
Yes, I will. I will help your family in the best way I can.
Is that rat
Please.
speaking?
I'm sorry? Please, you have to help me. Will you help me?
Edo offers his hand out for him to hop onto, to, lead the way.
Seeing that you're metallic and not really having any particular scent per se, aside from the smell of, metal, he trusts you more than like any other fleshy thing, and so he runs right up your arm and sits on your shoulder. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, this way, this way.
I'm gonna follow the
Mouse.
I'm sorry?
A talking mouse. How novel.
1 second.
There are many
you never,
things
smelled
in this
copper?
world.
That smell is caused by the oil on your hand.
Oh. Probably should have known that. Fair enough. Okay, never mind.
No, you're...
I want to say metal has
It doesn't... And if you smell metal and it has any scent, it's because of the oils on your hand.
or whatever was left on it. Yeah.
But the metal itself doesn't have a smell.
Hmm. Well, whatever smells that Ado does have, it doesn't smell like a flesh and blood anything.
Probably,
Doesn't have pheromones.
incense and dirt.
Probably that most of all.
Me.
So, the rat leads you to something strangely overlooked and not mentioned by any of the townsfolk. It is a burnt-down building in somewhere in town. I actually did not decide a region. Somewhere in town is a burnt-down. You see what's left of a sign. It appears to be some kind of tavern, though you can't really make out the name. But you see what looks like clearly food on the sign. Very odd that none of the townsfolk mention it. It's been completely leveled, and it's next to a few buildings that are perfectly intact. The rubble hasn't been cleared at all.
Something has clearly happened here that people wish to ignore.
Galen will try to investigate it. Probably not to very good effect.
Well, I should have pulled my notes up further, because I actually did prepare a few things for this. Oh, I did prepare investigation checks, just not for this part. So... You don't find what appears to have caused the fire, other than just burnt down bits, but you do find parts that look like they were smashed. So it's probably intentionally destroyed, for lack of a better word, by tools and such. Wouldn't be able to tell... I'm sorry?
An arson.
An
Yes.
arson, yes.
Interesting.
The
Why
rat
burn
continues.
down such a place?
The rat continues. We've been living here about a couple months. We're down here. Please, you have to. And then he runs down your shoulders into the rubble, leaving you completely behind.
Gonna try to follow the rat
Into the rubble.
towards the rubble, and maybe look down to peek inside if possible.
Would any of you like to join?
Yeah.
All right, give me more investigation checks.
Dang it.
Jeez.
Rough. Can't roll over 10 to save our life this episode, can we?
Well, having learned from Lost Minds of Fandela with Flicker, I have learned to set some lower DCs behind plot hooks. So, So, thankfully, I was going with like an 8, not gonna lie. So thankfully all of you are able to follow the rat, and you are able to uncover what looks like a door to a cellar, completely lying flat on the ground. Somewhere in what is probably the kitchen area of the ruined tavern.
Potentially a wine cellar? Perhaps we have found a rat bar.
Damn it, that's such a good idea. Holy crap, I need to write that down.
Open
All
the
right.
cellar door.
Beautiful, because now I actually did prepare something for this. As you swing the cellar door wide open, it creaks and cracks before it snaps off its hinge and crashes into the floor behind it. The smell of ash fills the air for a moment before a stale odor, for lack of a better word, from below rises to your attention. Before you lies a staircase down to the lightless depths of the basement. What do you do? Yes, the rattle.
Rattle.
Yes, of course.
We rattle. Light a torch.
All right.
Guess we shall proceed into the darkness.
All
Wait,
right.
we're a gnome? Do gnomes get dark vision?
Do they?
I think so.
I think so.
Oh, then we don't
Yes,
need to
they
light a
do.
torch. Then we don't need to light a torch, never mind, just walk down.
Say not everybody gets night vision though.
So-
I am going to light a bullseye lantern.
Very nice.
What do I have?
You know, of all the
Oh,
things
hey, I have
that
an
I
alms
prepared,
box.
yes, you do. You know, of all the things that I prepared, I totally forgot to actually put the player tokens on this map. So give me just a second to get you guys all set up with tokens with HP bars and everything.
Guess we could probably do some talking as we descend into the depths.
And I totally forgot, because I forgot Fog of War is a thing. So, hide
Isn't that a
areas.
premium feature though?
No.
Oh,
Thankfully
I thought it was. I think it used to be.
It used to
Yeah.
be.
Oh, I do have the light cantrip.
Wonderful.
So yeah, I can. Oops,
Oh, I
that's
think
not what
it
I wanted
is
to do.
already darkened. I did prepare a... So is this area revealed? Because I'm not sure what it's supposed to look like.
Well, since I do have the light cantrip,
Anase?
before going in, Ado's gonna, flick the bell on his staff. It's gonna light up, and then he's gonna go on down.
What's up,
So
Flicker?
nice. You should be able to adjust the fog of war opacity.
Ah, yes.
And it should be slightly darker.
Right. So let's see. That's the grid, Fog of War. Let's try out to like 100%. Okay, that's very helpful. Now let's just go down a bit. Now I can actually tell which areas were supposed to be Fog of War. Alright, so... Oh, wrong thing. Let's just undo that. And apparently I cannot. You can't undo a Fog of War? Can't just hit Control Z, that's annoying.
No. You have to re-hide it or reveal it. I don't know which one.
Right. I'm just going to make sure the tokens so that I don't... Because the map that I'm using only has a couple tiles for the staircase. So you guys should be able to see your tokens, and... Whose fucking token is this? Oh, this is Galen.
We can't. We're still on the map.
I know, I haven't moved you
Preparing
guys
the
yet.
next room because he's
Yeah.
unprepared.
Yeah,
Okay,
I forgot to
fair
put
enough.
the battle map tokens, sorry. Just you guys' tokens. I have everything else set up, just that's the one I forgot.
Got everything else except the players.
Yep. We'll just use nameplate, because some of you do not have a token, Galen. So,
Just
others do
use
not need
our,
a token.
Just use our
I am.
weird monster face.
If you want to wait another minute for me to, upload it, I can absolutely do that, that's fine. It'll just take me a second. Nope, wrong. There we go. Can I just link directly to an image sent in the chat?
No.
Darn it. Alright, 1 second, I'll download it. Minimize this, minimize that, drag to the desktop. Then open up the Galen sheet. Galen. What tab is this? Edit.
Good. Good.
You say that, and I can't help but imagine the cockroach from like Family Guy or whatever it was. Good.
Good. Good.
This upload is taking a minute. I don't know why it's taking this long. Is that supposed to be a progress bar? It's not even moving.
You're not even loading.
While I'm doing that, I'll go ahead and move you guys over. Oh, good, it finished. Thank God.
Nice.
Very nice indeed.
We have a picture. You could use that picture as our thing.
I am.
He's working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, for whatever reason, it was just trying to upload.
Alright, so we're way down at the bottom.
Yep.
Just because that's not entirely obvious.
Yeah.
Until you zoom out a lot.
Yep.
Good.
Why does your HP say 8 out of 10? Alright,
Because he was at 8 of 10 in my thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you made copies of the sheets to use.
No, I made copies in order to level them up because I didn't want to run I didn't want to run a second level 1 thing
Moving.
because level 1's fucking
Right.
boring.
Can all of you manipulate your tokens?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody good?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Good.
Alright, who would like to take first lead? The front.
Who's the chunkiest?
Probably me. 19 AC, 24 HP.
Who's
24, that doesn't sound right.
Who's the roguiest? Anybody that can detect traps.
That's not right. Why is your
Probably
HP
no.
24?
Okay, then the chunkiest
I
person should go
don't
forward
know.
first.
Okay, you were medium size, so I think it was plus 4 HP for the house rules. So what is cleric's hit die? D8?
Yeah.
It should be 8 plus 2, and then your constitution for another 2, so it should be 12.
Huh. Why was it 24 then?
I don't know. Double checking, like, the traits and features and stuff.
I don't think
Didn't start
Warforged
off
gives
with
any
a
extra
magic
health.
I'll double check. Warforged. Does it... Oh, it does have an innate plus 2 con bonus. I think I had a rule where it was another 2 if that's what your race provided. Double check my house rules real fast. Sorry.
That's still only 14.
I know, but that's still higher. I don't want to sacrifice. Has plus con, can stack. Medium race is 6 HP. Okay, so that's 2. So it's 8 plus 2. So it's 10 plus 6. Then 2 more. So that should be 18.
Alright.
Alright, we can double check that later, but I'm happy to... you are, like, the chunkiest. So... Okay, so what were you guys' light sources again?
Mine is the light cantrip cast on the bell on his staff.
As I recall, that was, like, torchlight?
Wait, you have a bell.
yeah, I
you
posted
have
in
a
the
bell
chat.
on your. You have a bell on your staff, and Galen has a rattly
Yes.
staff. This is a loud ass party.
Oh my
Yeah, not gonna
God.
be doing any stealth checks anytime soon, hopefully.
Well, I actually was going to kind of give you guys an opportunity for this one. So, the 20-foot radius and then dim light. Okay, beautiful. So, just so you guys know, you can click the edit button on your token at any time, and you will not see as many settings as I have as GM role, but you do have auras. So, the default one is yellow for, like, light stuff. So if you want to set like 20-foot radius, that kind of thing, you can do that.
There we go.
Wonderful. That is really important to have that position. So, oh my god.
Well, 120 feet of dim light.
That,
The dim light goes out to 120 feet. So
right.
the later
you
half of
said-
that radius is going to be a disadvantage for us. For perceptions.
There we go. There's the dim. I
was
was
it-
gonna say there's the dim light aura.
We can
The,
see out to
uh,
60 feet, period.
60 bright. Okay, good, because this... Not actually good,
Oh.
because... This basement is quite small, so unfortunately I'm not going to give you guys a stealth for this one.
Hang on. My light only does 40 feet after the 20. Don't know
What I
who
was
said-
looking... Tell you what, I'll give you one more. Flicker, as Andreas, rather. Please roll perception.
Oh boy.
Let's say... Let's be charitable, let's say DC 8.
Okay.
Who's
Okay.
bringing the 120?
That's me.
Ah.
I have 120 feet of dim light in a direction.
Oh,
60
but you've got a
foot.
cone.
Yes, it's
60
a cone.
Oh, good, good.
It can be in a direction. So like
You
a
ca-
quarter of that circle.
Beautiful. It was the bullseye lantern, as I recall, you can shield the light.
Yeah.
Okay, that is what I was looking for. Wonderful. Okay, so with that roll, you will be able to react to this, but let me read out my black text. And get the area reveal ready.
Good.
Reveal. And all of these should be on the GM layer, except for those two. Beautiful. As you step down into the basement, you hear pitter-patter. Lots of them. Oh god, there's so many of them. With an awful gnashing and gushing, you see it, like flies to a carcass, dozens of rats swarming a body, constantly moving and biting and hissing and fighting for food. You've never seen something so violent from mere rats. The sight is horrifying. Everyone, please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Oh
boy.
good, Try is here for this. Try, we talked about this. This was the one. Ooh.
Do we get, Is this magic?
This is not magic.
This is unadulterated natural horror.
Wonderful. So, everybody except for Andreas passes. Andreas, though you have fought undead before, so you've seen quite horrifying sights, this is still new to you, as it were. You've mostly, other than that, just kind of fought wildlife. So please roll me a D100 for short-term madness.
Sorry, were you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes.
I had to go close my door real quick.
Gotcha.
What did I miss?
You got terrified by a
wisdom
bunch
save
of undead
against-
monsters.
Yeah, I failed the wisdom save.
Please roll D100 for short-term madness. 2. Ooh. Flicker, Andreas, you retreat into your mind and become paralyzed until the next time that you take any damage. And it doesn't list a time limit, so I'll just say 2 rounds otherwise.
Oh boy.
Or, you know what, tell you what, roll a D2 for that, for the number of rounds. Okay, 1 round instead. That was close enough. Alright, so, before you are afflicted with this madness, however, you have one chance to lower the light on the bullseye lantern that you're using. Do you wish to do so?
No.
Okay. Would everybody please roll initiative? Let me pull up the turn tracker.
Yes.
Oh, there's initiative. Oh, jeez.
No.
Be sure to click your.
Jesus.
All right, we've got tied for Dex. So
Damn.
I'll let you guys decide. Seth or Ezeth, would you guys like to take a moment to figure out who wants to go first?
Seth goes first.
While you're doing that, all right. Shy, would you click Galen's token and roll initiative again to put it on the tracker? And I'll put it back to the original number.
No.
Beautiful. So,
I was say I don't think. Oh no, they're
yep,
on
I
there.
just had to fix it. Yep. And I need
We
to
would
now pull up.
appreciate the second roll far more.
It's not going to make a difference since he's not taking his turn this round. So, let me just pull up the Swarm of Rats stat block. Wonderful, and... Oh, and I forgot to mention one more thing.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's after combat. Okay, I did
I
put
have
it
a
where I need to be.
question.
What's up?
Are those rats dead? Undead?
They are not undead.
And is that rats that called for our help still around?
He disappeared.
Vanished.
You haven't seen him.
Okay.
He has disappeared into the horde. This may have been a trap.
Can we understand if the rats are saying anything with our forest gnome ability to communicate with small or smaller beasts?
Ooh. Let me read this real fast. Let's see.
Through sound and gestures, you may
Yep,
communicate
I found
simple
it.
ideas with small and smaller beasts.
Right. Okay, so then you would know with extreme confidence that their minds are addled. This is not normal. This is not natural. There is something very, very, very wrong with these rats. Perhaps the best way to put it is that they're in an incoherent frenzy.
They are suffering from madness.
Oh yeah. And I totally forgot. What happens if I try this? Because I have not.
Is there anything that we can roll to...
What are you looking to roll for?
Like an arcana, maybe, to see what the hell's wrong with them? Or a nature, perhaps? I don't know, whatever's appropriate.
Oh, I was taking your arcana into account here. Because of your forest gnome, you don't need to roll. You know that they are addled.
Yeah, but what?
You
How do
wouldn't
we
have
fix
any way.
this?
You wouldn't have any way to know without investigating them, like in your hand, looking at them, observing them close up. Like from this distance, you can't see like, oh, are their eyes like glowing? Are they under the effect of this kind of spell? You wouldn't be able to see that without handling them.
Stay your hands. They are ill, perhaps plagued.
Can I point out?
They are not dead, and therefore we can dead them.
Can I point out that three creatures in this one initiative rolled max on their fucking initiative roll?
Yes.
That's so good. So, let's see. I think I have everything in order. So, let us begin the initiative. Ato, what would you like to do? And you can... I'll go ahead and turn off the bright light here. Whose token is that?
That's my
Yours,
token. I was say, you
No.
want me to turn off the bright light?
He did not shield it, but I'm still gonna lower that because that's a lot. There we go.
Oh, I can only see my token's aura.
Really?
We can't... Oh, okay.
Wait, can you... Let me move Flicker's token. Can you see this?
I saw the move, yes, but I do not see an aura.
That's really weird. Or a one-player permission C. Did you... Wait, can nobody see Ado's either?
Nope.
I can see
what
Flicker's
the
aura now.
hell? Okay, so apparently that's a default setting that I
Yes,
did not know
yes, it
about.
is.
Because Flicker and I have been messing with the auras only in our one-shot. In which I can see my
You're both
own, and he's the
GMs.
DM.
Foolish.
Actually, I'm not GM in the one-shot. There.
Pathetic.
So... sorry, what would you like to do now, Ado?
Alright, well, seeing as how the first rat didn't, judging by the first rat's reaction to, a machine, Ado's gonna, walk up and investigate them, because, he's not made of flesh, he doesn't smell like food, he's gonna smell like dirt.
Good point, good point. Do you want to walk all the way over to that swarm?
I'll walk up to the swarm and the body they're swarming, and, give them a check, see what's going on.
You fool.
I shall be safe, the animals act different around me.
Go ahead and roll investigation. Because now I can read... Ooh. You can't really see the body, it's being swarmed so heavily.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I should have mentioned this as well, so because I'm rolling initiative here, they have seen you, and they are aggressively hissing at all of you. So you can see that happening with initiative being rolled.
Alright.
I'll give you the response on their turn. Is that all you would like to do then? Would you like to cast your bonus action or anything?
Not really a whole lot I can do with my bonus action at the moment. Actually, wait, hold on. Healing word? What does this do? Creature of choice regains hit points. Nah, I
Not
don't
really
think
applicable
so.
here.
Yeah, not really applicable. Oop, no, I
All
don't
right.
have to make a roll.
Modestino, what would you like to do? It's your turn.
Rats like to eat corpses and flesh on corpses and rotting stuff.
Yep.
And I have my reasons to not really enjoy that. So I'm just gonna fire right. Can I see the guys? The rats?
Yes. Yes, you can see the rats. So keep in mind, they are illuminated by the very bright dim light, as well as the bright light that is in this room from Flicker's lantern that I pulled back so that we could see the tile map.
Okay.
I could actually just make it, Oh no, there isn't a transparent option. Anyway. So you're rolling to attack, then?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack. Maybe
Okay.
with an Eldritch Blast or something.
Okay, let me help you with your sheet real fast, because I went ahead and pulled that up for you, so let me just, there you go. Yep, it's at the top of your attacks and spellcasting.
Eldritch Blast!
You fail.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Which one are you targeting?
That one by Ado.
Go ahead and click the Eldritch Blast to roll damage. Wonderful.
Rat.
So, let me just check.
Obliteration.
Okay, no resistance. Beautiful. In a single Eldritch Blast, you cleave a path through them, and they begin to shuffle and reform. For lack of a better word, because that doesn't really apply to a swarm, they are bloodied.
Okay.
They are thinning.
Yes, thinning.
I think that concludes my round. I can't really do much more.
Alright.
You don't want to get much closer to these corpse-eating rats.
Yeah, I'm right behind everyone else, and I'm just staying there because this is creepy.
And I'm sorry, I forgot to take into account cover. Would you like to move, because that will turn that into a miss because of the +2 from Flicker being in the way, paralyzed?
There.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Okay.
Okay. Then that is which swarm of rats? Ooh, wonderful. So.
What the hell was that?
something truly amazing, it sounds like.
Sorry, we had to.
That was wonderful, thank you.
So much rats.
So, given that, let me just check what they can do, their movement. They could do that. Given that you have attacked them, they will, just put them back on the tile map now, they will head towards you, shuffling around the furniture in the way, and
just a tide of fur and rage.
Yep. They are very, very unhappy.
We bet.
And because it has half its HP or less, it now does less damage. It is going to attack you.
Why is
That
it
should-
on me?
Because it can
Because
occupy
it's a
your
swarm.
space.
It's a swarm. Swarms can occupy another creature's space and vice versa. And the swarm can move through any opening large enough for a tiny rat. The swarm can't regain hit points or temporary hit points. I will, for your convenience sake, 1 second, I will put them kind of right here. Just a little less in the way.
Okay.
There we go. But they are inside your space.
Okay.
And they can only attack from inside their space. So an 18 does hit, so you take 5 piercing damage.
As they nibble on you with their sharp-ass teeth.
Oh yeah. Flicker,
Paralyzed.
The
He's
rats.
paralyzed.
yeah, just wanted to leave that pause in there. And how quickly can they move? Okay, they can get to you. So, Ado, from...
boy.
Yep. And once again, putting it out of the way. Oh, wrong token. Once again, these rats seem to not care at all that you are made of... whatever Ado is made out of. Metal.
Metal, ceramics, whatever Magitech stuff you want to bullshit.
Right. So, they will swarm you, and they will attack you, this time with the full damage. And does a 17 hit?
Nope, 19 armor.
Wonderful.
So he's just got a bunch of rats crawling around him. He's like, what a bother.
Chipping on the metal, as it were, but not really finding any purchase with their teeth.
Mhm.
And that is their turn. Galen, it is your turn.
You fools! And we will... Are we close enough to investigate this rat swarm that's crawling all over Modestino?
I will say you have to move, like, over here.
Alright. Whoops.
Meanwhile, Montecito's screaming, rats, rats! Hold on, let me check this out.
Ooh.
What's wrong with them?
You know, this is something I really should have taken into account, so... Let's say this.
They're not fertilizer rats, are they? By God.
What does that mean?
We don't need a Stranger Things over here. Season 3.
I haven't seen Season 3, not gonna lie.
Oh, well.
So, let's say... You can tell that they are afflicted by magic, that it is a spell cast by another creature. So, in other words, it's not the effect of, say, like, a poison gas that Addle's mind or something. It is specifically a spell of some kind that has afflicted them. I'm going to let you know, this is NPC magic. But it is spells. A spellcaster of some kind did this.
Spell of control rats.
Pretty much.
That is not good.
With that roll, though, you don't yet know how to break this.
Can we
Without
cast
breaking the
minor-
rats.
Can we cast... So we have an action left?
I was gonna say-
Tell you... that really should be an action, rules as written. And I did make Ado do that as an action, so I'm going to be consistent. We can...
Alright.
if you guys would
Alright,
like to
that's
discuss
fine.
that later, we can.
Sure. No, it's totally cool now. He will... Wonder...
I mean, you could announce that, hey, these rats are being controlled.
Some sort of magic is at work here. They are being controlled and addled by a spell.
He says, before... I'm like here, as it were. Okay.
Wonderful. Top of the
Yep.
round with Ado. So, just to let you guys know something mechanical real fast, with the way that swarms work, they can only attack inside their space, and so opportunity attacks occur when you leave the swarm's space, not from the spaces around them. Just to let you know
Alright.
before you decide to try and run, or anything.
Alright.
And being inside your space, they do count as being, you know, in melee for the purposes of ranged attack rolls.
Yeah. Gonna check something real quick. Oh, that's a pretty good range. Alright, I guess what I can do... What Ado can do now with the knowledge of, oh hey, something is controlling these, first thought and first instinct is he's going to do Eyes of the Grave. You know, he's going to do his check for undead. If you need me to, I can redo the aura again.
Yeah, let me see that one more time, because that will matter.
Alright. 60-foot aura. And you can just, like, ping wherever he senses undead.
And is this an action? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, as an action.
Wonderful.
Let me check something. He taps his staff twice.
So, I missed a door to reveal. Is that not how that works? Okay, where's... Reveal area, not polygon. So, I forgot there is a door over here.
Mm-hmm.
In this door, you sense the presence of a single undead.
Can I?
There's an undead on the far end of the room.
Is
It's gonna-
Modestino alive?
I'm sorry?
Modestino alive?
Yes, you have
Yeah.
more than half your hit points currently.
Undead warlock.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you meant. Yes,
Yeah.
that actually comes in at a later level, just FYI. You still count as humanoid and alive.
Okay.
So...
Yep.
Dang it. I'm attempting to move.
If I'm going to give you a little recommendation here, since you still have your bonus action and you have not casted a spell, you could cast Healing Word on Modestino, who is currently being swarmed by rats.
True, that might be a good idea, so... Yeah,
And-
cast... You know, he'll wave a hand back towards Modestino, give him a prayer, ring his bell, and cast Healing Word.
Alright.
5 health.
And be opportunity attacked. Maybe.
No, I'm not doing attacks of opportunity. Regular 5e opportunity attacks.
And then, you know, he is going
Wait a
to...
minute. Show
That's
spell
what you just
description.
said.
That's only a verbal component anyway.
Okay.
Well, he's still going to do that because, you know, tradition. You know,
Fair enough.
ring the bell for you. Ring the bell for him. You know, say a little prayer for him.
Wonderful. So, Ezeth, I'm gonna, since you haven't touched this character in a while, I will remind you, as a bonus action, you have the Form of Dread ability, which does give you some temporary hit points, and I think another feature that I don't remember. I think it's like Frightened or something, when you hit with attacks. So, if you would like to do that, this would be a good time to do it since you are swarmed with rats.
I was saying, Ado is...
Wait. What was
I'm sorry?
the form of threat again?
Right, so let's... Why did I close your sheet? I just hit the wrong button. Let's just go ahead and print that out to the chat. You manifest an aspect... Oh, and sorry. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Ado, if you want to use your movement?
Yeah, he was going to move towards the door.
Okay, so if you're doing that, then yes, the opportunity attack. My bad. I didn't see that movement because I had sheets up. That is my bad. So this is full hit points. And a 17 misses.
Yep. He just casually brushes the rats off as he goes.
This is so beautiful. I don't know where that 19 comes from, but I'm going to leave that as is.
He's got a shield and scale mail.
Okay, that tracks. I think. So then, now, Modestino, your turn.
Anase, it tracks because they get a plus. Warforged get a +1 to AC.
Okay.
That too. Right, integrated protection.
Yes, that's what it was. Okay, so Izeth, sorry, now it is your Modestino's turn. You can do the Form of Dread before your action, and it's not a spell. You can still cast spells while Form of Dread is active. On the same turn that you use Form of Dread, I should say.
Okay, I'm gonna do Form of Dread.
Okay. Then roll 1d10 plus 1. I should put a button on your character sheet for that. For another time.
Nice.
Okay, so you get
Nice.
9 temporary hit points. That will so here's how we're doing this with the tokens. Put it in the green circle, just type in 9, and whenever you go to subtract your hit points, take it from the green circle first.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
So would you please describe the appearance of your Form of Dread?
I don't remember.
So you remember what your patron is, right?
No!
Okay, let's just in private.
Okay, just DM me.
Yep.
So I gotta go.
Oh shit, 416.
Oh.
Will you be able to come back later?
No.
Fuck.
We'll have to do this another time then.
Yeah.
I can, however, write notes for where things are, so next chance that we get, we could resume this
Yeah.
exactly where we left off.
Or you could just say that the paralyzation lasts a lot longer and finish without me.
We could finish this combat, sure. Okay. I'm sorry, man. Your turn was coming right up.
He still gets a level from it.
He is, after all, dealing with an encounter involving shaking off madness, so
Me.
I would say that certainly is some experience.
Mhm.
Okay then. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm looking like a hovering undead.
Wonderful.
Very skeleton-y, very creepy. Like,
Okay.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
yeah, but with like rags on me and stuff, and like hauntingly floating in the air and stuff like that.
Sounds a lot more ghostly than skeleton-y.
No, totally like skeleton-y, undead-y, and zombie, and...
I imagine like a wraith.
Like your skin kind of begins to sink in, it turns a slight palish color more than it already kind of is. Something like that.
All we can think about is Charles Dickens. With the
Okay,
three ghosts who will appear before you tonight, and one guy is covered in chains and wrapped in rags, floating.
So, nothing, Izeth. So, the Form of Dread is on your character sheet above your features and traits, below all like the flaws and ideals and stuff. So go ahead and subtract 1, just click the little down arrow, since you've used one of your 2 uses for the day.
Wait a sec, what else said?
So it's above, like, all the text, you know, the features and traits. You see the crossbow bolts and the Form of Dread? See the 2?
Okay, yeah, the 2.
Okay.
2 Form of Dread.
Yep, you used one of them, so you will just subtract 1. It's 2 per long rest.
Okay.
Yep. And... oh, I should probably read these halfling traits real fast. Okay, so that hasn't come up yet. Oh, hey, Izeth. So, remember, so since you are a halfling, you have naturally stealthy, so you could hide behind Ado or Andreas, who's medium-sized.
I think it's a little late for that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, that's a thing that you could do. Currently, you have a +0 to stealth, but I just want to remind you that that is an option. You can do that.
Okay.
So, like, you can literally hide in a crowd, for example. Anyway, so you still have your actions. So you are being swarmed by these undead. So if you use Eldritch Blast, you will be rolling with disadvantage. Alternatively, you could walk out of their space, take the opportunity attack, so that you can attack normally. You do have the temporary hit points to spare, and the form does fade after a minute.
I want to use my sickle and slash then.
Do
You
it.
can do that.
I clicked. I don't know if it worked.
Oop, there it is.
A 16 does hit. And let me just make sure that it's not is it using strength or is it using dex? Oh, sorry, you have a +0, it doesn't matter. Alrighty then. So that does hit. They take 1 damage. That's not right. There we go. So they have, because they are swarm, resistance to piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage. So that rounds down to 1 point of damage,
You get like 1 rat.
basically.
Okay.
But you cleave its head off. It's just blood is spilling all over the floor.
Congratulations, you killed a rat.
Like a true first level adventurer.
It's true.
I hope you guys notice rats in a basement at first level. Alright, it is the rats.
Literally one of the first things you do in Baldur's Gate.
So I've heard. So it is the rats swarming you turn, and they will attempt to bite you. A 21 is a hit. You take 1 piercing damage. Take that out of the green circle. So that's 8 instead of 9. You just type -1.
Okay.
Great. And now it is not Flicker's turn.
I was say maybe he could just flee. Just the sight, the smells, the squeaking. He just goes. Gets out of there.
catatonic. He's paralyzed with fear.
Alright, so it is these rats' turn. Let's see. They're probably gonna because they're very simple, they're probably gonna keep going after the thing that last... Oh no wait, no, you haven't attacked them, have you?
I haven't attacked him. All he's done is walk away, maybe brush a few off of him.
Galen also has not attacked them.
Okay, so then tell you what, I'll flip a coin if you guys are alright with that. They go after
Alright.
Ado.
Ado's made some friends.
I have established a pattern in Flicker's Cave that I generally do like 1 is leftmost, or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 would have been Galen.
Closest.
Yep. And they have 30-foot movement. Yep, just making sure. And they will attack you more than half HP. 4
not
definitely
hit.
does not hit. And that is their turn. Galen, what would you like to do?
Galen, be short, so we can only get this far
Okay.
Tiny little legs.
Stubby little legs.
with his stubby little legs. No, exactly. No, absolutely. Galen, be short, so we only going that far. We think we're gonna investigate more.
Okay.
Gotta keep checking the rats.
We'll keep checking that rat.
Oh, someone who's
talking.
not flailing as much.
First good roll in the game. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Okay, what the hell's wrong with these? What? How do we stop these rats from being crazy?
Okay. Tell you what, in addition to this, give me an Arcana.
Yes. Good. Decent.
Okay. Let's see here. So, let's see. You would know that rat swarms, in addition to what you've already determined that they're under the affliction of a spell, you generally know that swarms of rats indicate a powerful, evil presence is afoot. You can probably guess, given the undead on the other side of the door, that is probably the source of this animation.
And then we'll
Of
say,
this manipulation, sorry.
Ado, behind the door. Destroy whatever is controlling them.
Of course, it is my duty.
Alright,
And then that's
out
good.
of
That's turn.
character. Out of character. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
I mean, what else
Maybe.
are we supposed to do if we're supposed to save the rats?
We've only got the information that we've got, man.
We know there is an undead. Ado is a cleric of the grave. They kind of deal with the undead, so he's got a job to do.
Okay.
Possessed rats are outside of his field of expertise.
Okay, I have a really awkward question.
What's up?
If Ada sees that, like, the fellow person turns into an undead, would that kind of make him want to fight that undead too?
I was saying it only.
Sorry.
You didn't see Eyes of the Grave only lasts for that one turn. I think. Let me check.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, until the end of my next turn. So yeah.
Okay.
It's a radar ping.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, but that until the end of your next turn, you haven't taken a turn yet since Modestino did that.
Yeah.
So you would absolutely be aware that while Modestino has not turned into an undead, the equivalent of like the odor of undead is now swirling around him essentially. Like a light just turned on. It's very faint, but it's there, and you can see it.
Yeah. Well, it's also one of those things, he doesn't have a nose.
Yeah.
He wouldn't smell the undead.
Unless, if you were a paladin using Divine Sense, in which it says that evil is like a noxious odor, that would be your only experience of smell. You would not have a favorable opinion of smells.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Galen?
We're not sure there is anything we can do. No, there isn't anything that we can do.
Okay. I should have done this at the top of last round. That's fine. Yep. But I'm fine to delay this since you guys have been doing a little less combat. A little bit less attacking, I should say. So, crawling out from the holes in the doors and underneath walls and such is another swarm of rats that joins token lair, that joins the foray. And now I will roll its initiative real fast. Can I get this token to select? Why is it not selecting? Oh, because I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. It rolls a 1.
The rats just come out, look around, and just decide, we're gonna survey this first.
Do rat things real quick,
So it will not do anything until its turn comes up, and if it rolls, say, at the top of the round, then it will take its turn, but it can't roll top of the round. So yeah. So given that, Ado, it is now your turn.
All right. Ado's going to
break the door down.
Not yet. He's going to, ring his bell, say a little prayer, cast Shield of Faith on himself, giving himself another 2 to his AC.
Oh my god, we love it.
Beautiful.
Now break the door down.
Yeah, now he's going to go up to the door and, push it open.
Is he going to charge through it, or is he going to...
He's not going to charge through it. He's not an idiot.
Oh, come on, man. Okay.
He is going to, he is going to push it open and be ready to... Well, I guess he can't be ready to do anything because opening the door is going to be an action. Already did a bonus action for Shield of Faith, so...
And let's go ahead and roll that opportunity attack real fast. More than half its HP. That 10 does not hit. So...
Yeah, 10 doesn't hit by a long shot because, he just buffed his shield.
Wonderful, wonderful. He is
so just walks...
At this level, he's the de facto party tank. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see where Flicker goes with his character build, because he's doing something pretty cute. Not gonna lie.
Alright, keep going.
Yes. So you're going to attempt to open the door then?
Yep.
Okay. It is locked.
Called it! You should have busted through it!
We have a slight problem here.
Break
It only
through
takes
the
an
door!
interaction. It only takes an interaction to open a door, even to fail to attempt to do so. So, what would you like to do with your action?
I guess action to try to bust the door then.
Yes!
While you're going face first into the door, give me an investigation check.
Alright. I was gonna say, he's not gonna go face first, he's got a shield to, bash things with.
It's
Investigation.
gonna go shoulder first.
Yeah. Ooh, that is a poor investigation.
The only thing that you know is this door is metallic. That's about it.
Oh, so maybe not a good idea to try to bash the door down, because that's gonna be pretty sturdy.
It down. You can do it.
Okay, so
If I had a better strength modifier, maybe.
go ahead.
One to
Go ahead
strength.
and roll. Should that be strength check or athletics? I don't like that strength checks are usually without proficiency. Give me athletics. I don't know if you have it, but give me athletics.
I mean...
All it does is rattle a little bit.
It'll just, kind of leans forward, tonk.
Like with your robotic form, you kind of like stretch out a leg and you just kind of lean into it rather than like giving it a kick.
Try to forcefully push it open.
Yeah,
But, like,
That's horrible. Horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Pathetic.
If you've used your bonus action, if there's anything else you'd like to do before Iza's turn.
That's all I really can do, but I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not used to busting down doors.
Oh my god, we love that so much. There's no place
I'm giving
in
you
this game where we
inspiration
love
for
it
that.
So much.
I'm giving you inspiration for that. Toggle it on your sheet.
I toggled it. Oh my goodness.
I totally forgot. Did I put this in my house rules? Because I could have sworn I intended to. I need to check something because this will come up right now.
Oh boy.
I did not write this down, so I forgot this. Because these aren't gonna, because of the nature of this, everybody will start a session with inspiration. So you can use that whenever you want.
What does it do?
Inspiration is before you make any attack, save, or skill check, you can choose to have inspiration before you do the roll.
What does that do?
What do you mean?
What does the inspiration
What does
provide?
it do? Why
Inspiration
should we use
is
inspiration?
when you have inspiration, before you make any attack roll, save, or ability check, you can choose to give yourself advantage before you roll it.
Okay.
And you expend the inspiration.
Okay.
Yep. Izet, it is your turn. You could use your inspiration, for example, to boost either your sickle attack or Eldritch Blast or what have you.
So how bleedy are these animals?
Half
About half, about almost exactly half on the one that's on you.
I'm gonna jump on the boxes and take the hit and shoot them.
So it has less than half, so it's the weaker one. Does a 13 hit? Yes. All
Do
right.
they have no armor?
My armor class is 11.
Ah.
One moment. No, one moment.
Okay, listening. Hold on.
Moment. Roll again. Take the worst option.
All right. We'll just say it's the 4 that was rolled, and that makes it a miss.
Modestino, you have advantage on anything you would have already had. Or the next thing you do, you have advantage.
Cool. Thanks.
What did you do? Oh. Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs, baby!
All
Okay,
right.
Wait a second. How do I do this? Where do I toggle advantage?
When you roll a thing.
Can I just
Yeah.
toggle on inspiration?
Yeah, so you just click the thing, and whenever you want to expend it, you'll just turn it off. But you will have advantage on your next attack or save or whatever, so you don't have to suspend your inspiration right now.
mean, it's going to ask you before you roll.
Yeah. So you can keep the inspiration that's right there. I'll put it back on for you.
Okay.
16 is definitely a hit. Go ahead and roll the damage. For 1 force damage.
Are we going to be the party that almost gets killed by a bunch of rats?
Yeah.
Watch her next one be a 10. Alright,
I mean, you
is
never
there
know.
anything else you'd like to do with your turn? Any bonus actions or anything?
Like, is there something I can do?
I don't think so, but I like to ask anyway just to be safe.
Nah, I'm fine.
Okay. You're not concentrating on a spell. What spells did you have? If you don't mind my looking.
Bane, Eldritch Blast, Prestidigitation, Bane, and Harsh
Yep.
Rebuke.
I would hold on to that Bane for now. Just I'm going to give you a little DM tip here, because of what's coming up. Alright, so it is these rats' turn, and... Yes, it's these ones, okay. We're not going to attack Flicker. So, they're going to move back up to you, and they are going to attack. 16. And for 2 piercing damage
To who?
to Modestino.
Okay.
Let me just, sorry, let me move the... That is not... These are not white rats. These are not chonkers. Well, they are. They were just eating.
You fat little rats.
Alright, and then... Nope, no Flicker.
Okay, so I took
And then-
2 away.
Yep.
Okay.
So now it is these rats' turn. They will... He's not done anything aggressive, so... oh, right, sorry, I rolled last time, that's what I did. 1 for Galen.
Oh, I was gonna say, he's over here.
He's kind of looking at him, he's leaning real close, but these aren't... Let's not call these prescient rats.
We think it's far more important to remember that any animal is going to be a little turned off by a skeletal fucking elk head leaning up next to it.
They
True.
would if they were in
Galen-
the right of mind.
Galen is a scary looking dude for being barely over 3 feet tall.
Alright, so more than half. Clicky, clicky.
20 doesn't
does
hit.
not hit.
It would
Alright,
have hit
Galen,
last
it's your
turn.
Good call.
Oh my goodness.
We
Galen,
like how
is your turn.
We like how Ado is basically just Bullwinkle
I should know this reference, but I don't.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Tell you what, after your turn, you can like send me whatever. Because I have a feeling you're already looking for gifts.
No, we're
Okay.
Alright. Move here. Hold on a minute.
Gonna lock pick the door for me.
That is the idea. He'll say as he brings out a water skin and uses shape water to move it into the lock. Next turn, he'll be able to break the lock by freezing it.
Ooh. Wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
There isn't anything else that we can do, actually, we don't believe.
Okay.
One moment.
I was like, can't you do the shape water of move it and freeze it in the same action?
I don't think so.
I thought you could, because we did that, because that's what Anarl did.
You did that out of combat, as I recall.
True, yeah.
Yeah, we would say that it's probably one step at a time for the sake of clarity. You know?
Me.
Move the water into the lock, next turn, freeze the lock to break it.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Interesting.
Hmm.
So, it is the new rat's turn. And... They're either going to go, let's say, 1 for up.
They're going up.
Wonderful. And
Ado, the rat cleric.
let's say they can only move to here. And the rat. So yeah, they'll just hang out outside, I guess. And that will be their turn. Ado, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna investigate the door, see if there's anything other than a shield dent in it now.
Oh my god, we love this so much. We're just completely ignoring these swarms of rats climbing all over you.
Because it's like, damn.
Sad to say, you do not learn anything new.
This door is made of door.
Pretty much.
An astute observation.
I can't. The best part is, I don't know if Galen is being sarcastic or not.
Without being able to see his face, how could you even tell?
Honestly. Alright, if that's all, Izeth, it is now your turn.
And not really much else I can do.
Reasonable.
Except stand here, be ready to stop whatever comes charging out.
Modestino.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so where are we at? I'm
So
gonna
you are
sickle
down
down
here.
these rats.
Alright.
Sickle down my game.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Or one more slashing.
Just taking them down one at a time. Wait, don't they have resistance to slashing?
One
Pretty
is
sure
the
it's
minimum.
minimum. Yeah, pretty
One
sure
is
it's
the
okay.
minimum you can do. Yeah.
It was one of those things of, wait a minute, is it possible to completely negate with resistance? But no.
I think with so technically with the way that stuff like Heavy Armor Master is worded, and with the lack of clarification in the rules, I'm pretty sure it reduced damage to 0. That was the conclusion Flicker and I came to, because I was using that feat in our Lost Minds of Phandelver stuff.
Yeah, for armor. Swarms might be different.
Yeah, no, they're using resistance. They don't have like a minus damage reduction, so...
Okay, that makes sense.
As I recall, the flat damage modifiers apply last as well, so resistance stuff applies first, and I think that was the reason why.
Me.
Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? Would you
No,
like to run away from them or anything?
No.
Okay. Well, it is their turn, and they will retaliate. Nine is a miss. Not Flicker.
They just bite at clothing.
Pretty much. Yeah, maybe your cloak gets a little torn. Maybe they
put
just get like
holes in
some
your
mud.
nice cloak.
More than anything else, they get like mud on it. All right, so they're still going to go after Ado.
This is beautiful.
That is a miss. All right, Galen, it is your turn.
Galen will use his action to instantly freeze the water inside of the lock, in hopes that it'll break it.
Okay. I
It's a
believe
metal door. Metal doesn't like things freezing inside of it.
So, not quite, actually. So, this was one of the things you would have learned, Ado, if you had rolled higher in your investigation. Is that because you're kind of in the middle of combat here, I wasn't quite going to give this to you. This door is not made of metal. It is very shoddily sheeted with metal by somebody who clearly didn't know what they were doing.
wow,
It's not
so it'll be
well
even easier to
constructed
break.
at all. I'm sorry?
It's metal reinforced.
So it'll be even easier to break. Got it.
The lock would still be metallic mechanical, so you could still break that. Onto the point. I believe what you did in Frontier was a spellcasting ability check. I like that.
Yeah, so functionally for us, it's an intelligence saving throw.
That works. Yeah, proficiency is fine.
Oh.
that's a critical fail.
Oh.
Is
Good thing
there?
we're not on the frontier.
We don't get a reroll if we use our fanciful destiny abilities.
Let me open your character sheet, because I don't know if it applies to saving throws.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, this isn't technically a saving throw. Saving throws are just. This would be the functional equivalent of like a spell attack or something.
Right. It's a ability check.
But it's just that intelligence save
Right.
has all of the appropriate modifiers, so we can just click that.
Right. Yeah, gnome cutting looks like... So that's the feature it looks like you're referring to. Advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic.
No, we're talking about our inspiration.
Oh, yes. Supposed to declare the inspiration before the roll, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, we don't think we've ever used inspiration in the frontier, so that's a bit new to us.
I still
we
have
had
it
it
on
once.
Alice's character sheet.
All right. 12.
Hmm.
We're rolling like crap today.
Mm-hmm.
Whole party.
Well, I'm not setting terribly high DCs because this is supposed to be for level 1 adventurers, so I am not sure what that result should be, because I honestly didn't even think about you guys trying to break into the lock, because as I recall, none of you could pick locks had thieves tools, so I didn't even think about it.
So you're a GM. You're in a pants down moment. You need to decide. You need to decide if you're going to call for a break, and you're gonna figure it all out, or if you're just going to let your proverbial junk swing in the breeze and you're just going to roll with it. Okay? Do we get through the door or not?
I'm going to say, let's make this a skill challenge. You get 1 success.
Okay.
You may continue on future turns. But you do not have to do it this turn, because if there's nothing else you'd like to do with your turn, top of the round, and we introduce the second swarm of rats. If I could just get this on the right layer instead of clicking the wrong button. An 8. So it is now. Oh, sorry. I need to do the new rat's turn. Sorry, the old new rat's turn. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say you guys could take some damage. So they're gonna go after Galen. And why does the thing keep doing that? Sorry, a weird Roll20 bug. And they more than half their points. Well,
I see one robot's.
8 does not hit. Although we have a question, we should have asked this earlier when we had that good investigation roll.
What's up?
Are they capable of feeling fear?
Considering they're not fearing from you, probably not.
So,
are they capable of being frightened? Are swarms even capable?
No. I'll go ahead and tell you. The answer is no, but I was thinking of saying yes anyway. So tell you what. On a 2 or higher. Yes. The answer is yes.
Oh, okay, sure.
Roll a d4. Yeah, 75% chance of yes.
Oh, d4?
I had already rolled it.
Oh, okay.
You got the same roll.
D4?
Same result.
Okay. Why were we rolling a d4?
Because I was just trying to decide. I couldn't really decide whether or not I should change the sheet and say yes anyway. So I was going to give you a real high chance of yes, and part of the reason for that is because I know that this party has some fear effects, and I didn't want to take that away on literally the first encounter of the game.
No.
So the answer is yes, they can indeed feel fear.
Good.
Edo, your turn.
Kick the door in.
The lock does not seem to be opening so far.
Kick in the door.
Some enemies are joining the battle. Some allies are getting attacked.
This is taking too
I'm
long.
not doing that.
They smell the piss on him, and they're like, we'll finish him off later. But anyway, Edo says, this is taking too long, leans back, he's leaning into this one, and slams a shield against the door.
Will you be using your inspiration?
Sure. I will use my inspiration for this.
Alright.
So, athletics?
With advantage.
With advantage. 16.
Alright. That is another success on the impromptu skill challenge. I'll tell you
so. Nice hearty.
I'll tell you guys ahead of right now. Unless, for the most part, by default, if it's a skill challenge, it's 3 successes, or it can get worse with failures.
Oh,
so kind of death save style. I think that's kind of the default in 4th edition.
Alright.
Yeah. I will do a little bit more research on skill challenges. I remember some stuff from when I looked at it before, but it's been a while. In any case, is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Not really a whole lot else I can do. Not gonna attack the rats. Not gonna move anywhere.
Alright. Izeth, Modestino, your turn.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, good. So, I'm gonna sickle the rats.
Alright.
Sickle rat.
Just a funny mental image to me. You got 2 people up north pounding on a door. Someone's in a corner getting swarmed by rats, just slashing.
8 is a miss.
Alright.
We think it's hilarious how all of us are just rolling so horrible today.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Really bad.
I'm gonna have to take another look at counterbalance. I was honestly expecting these guys to be dead by now. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
They would be dead right now if people hadn't been so consistently rolling like 2s and 3s.
But that aside, half of the time you were busy inspecting them instead of fighting them, so it's not like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter because every time that we rolled to inspect a thing, we were rolling 4 or whatever. It's not like our attack rolls would have been any better.
So Izeth, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a metaphorical hand on your shoulder here as DMing. With how your character is built, you have plenty of room to gain more dexterity later, because I decoupled ASIs and feats. So, but your character is currently not super great. With your Form of Dread, not gonna lie, I think it might be better to just take the damage and then roll with Eldritch Blast, because you'll be much more likely to hit. That's just my recommendation.
Yeah. Eldritch Blast is a lot more damage.
Yeah, but like the last time I had Eldritch Blast, I still got 1.
Yes, but it's a D10. You could roll 7 damage, and they don't resist that damage.
Okay, so... Well, I already slashed them, so who cares?
Sure.
Yeah.
Next turn.
Next turn. Alright, it is on to the rats that you just slashed at. That's a miss. Alright, not flicker. Next,
See, this isn't even an encounter balance thing. This is a rolling thing. Nobody is rolling. Nobody.
The rolls are just terrible today.
Yeah, look, this isn't an encounter balance thing. This is the roll generator.
I'm honestly thinking of just imposing a wild magic surge where everybody just has advantage so we can speed this up. Crazy rocks fall and everybody is blessed with advantage. Nobody dies. Alright, Ado, you are being attacked at, and wow, is that the same roll? Amazing.
That is the same roll.
When you roll this good with advantage, who needs to roll at all?
Honestly. That is the newest rat's turn. And, Izeth is technically closer. But I'm just trying to have fun here, so we're just gonna say that they are gonna keep... oh, they actually don't have enough movement for that. They will have to dash, and they will The swarm around you is twice as thick, Galen.
Well, that is unpleasant.
You'll be fine.
It is now your turn.
Says the guy who hasn't been hurt by the rats.
Alright, well... yeah, but the problem is that one of these rats could take us out in like a single shot.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because we're a wizard, and we're tiny.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Continue.
Continue with the lock busting.
Lock busting. Tell us that that's the third success, and the door swings open.
Man, I put a key in one of the rooms.
Too bad!
Well, you know, Ado, as soon as he detected undead, time to go. I mean, that is one of his, that's his flaw. I am inflexible in my thinking.
Galen Lawbringer does not follow your rules. Everybody in the world shall soon follow my rules.
I really wish Trichechus was here for this. This is, we worked together on this one. Alright. So, one last chance. The door is unlocked. Are you going to open the door?
Oh, the door by definition shouldn't actually be able to stay closed.
Oh?
Because he broke the...
Freezing the mechanism would snap the bolt.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would just swing open.
It would just open eerily.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then Galen would walk through and accept the attack of opportunity.
Oh my god. Alright. Let's see. This was... I actually did annotate the map. Room B. You know what's funny that you said that? You open the door with a metallic creak. A few wisps of light are able to dimly light the room from the cracks in the ceiling on the floor above. The hints... Huh?
No, keep going.
The hints of fresh air offering a breather from the monstrous odors of this basement. However, that moment fades fast. And this is going to reveal up here. And it is still on the token layer. Beautiful. So, however, that moment fades fast. In the center of the room lies an even more disturbing sight. Wait, is it not on the token layer? Where the fuck did it go?
I was gonna say, we don't see it, yeah.
Why can't I select? Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Lies an even more disturbing sight. Although you can maintain your composure this time, with the heat of battle and having now become accustomed with the frats, you see a tiny rat covered in sores with milky white eyes, missing patches of fur and flesh, biting into the flesh of a surprisingly large rat, the size of a small dog or even a halfling of some particular age, that struggles against the little one. After a moment, it stops, and then a moment later, its flesh begins to slide off onto the floor. The tiny, rotting rat sees you and screams an unholy noise, unlike any rat you've ever heard, while the giant rat stands up, a skeleton risen out of its fleshen cage. And now I need to pull up their stat blocks and roll their initiatives.
Abomination!
I'm just going to let you guys know now, this was the boss encounter. This is going to be fun. And Flicker is not here for this, so I think this is a good point to stop because he is not going to miss the boss encounter.
Alright. Alright.
Alright.
That is not fair to Flicker. Not gonna lie.
Everybody liked what they saw here? Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, blah 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 blah. Do the things.
See ya.
Have a good one.
Boy. The mic is hot. baby.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't touch it.
Oh, shitty dad jokes are like our bread and butter. Love that. Love that shit so fucking much we can't even help it. Like,
I have found the secret about dad jokes.
Oh yeah?
Because everyone knows they're horrible.
Right!
The thing that you enjoy about dad jokes when you do them to your kids is that you know that you're gonna embarrass them because it's their dad. That's why they're funny.
Right? But you also know that like 20 years from now, when you're getting a little old and gray and your kids are all off doing their own shit, you know, being adults and like being, you know, having careers or whatever, they're gonna look back at those times and they're gonna be like, God, my dad was fucking great. Right? They're gonna look back and they're gonna hear about all the other shitty dads out there and they'll be like, no, I'm not. And they're gonna be like, all right, everybody, I know everybody hates their dad, and your kid's gonna be like, not me. I love my dad. My dad's fucking awesome. He has the worst jokes in the world. I love him.